Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly general reading. So this one is from the 10th of June to the 16th of June. Now what's really interesting here, what they've done this week, I can't believe I even pulled this. I think this has only happened 3 times since I've been tarot reading for you guys. We've got 2 of fire, 3 of water, 4 of fire, 5 of water. So completely consecutive numbers and equal number in the suits. When I kind of was tuning in for this to try and understand between the fire and the water here is, as I've been saying, we've been going through a transformation. As I said, with fire incinerates the old, and then you have the growth from the seeds underneath the soil that actually bring in new life into the world, and it's better and stronger for it. And then we've got the water here, and water is about the flow of life, but it's also about our emotions as well. Water is an emotional, it's like that's the message from it. So what I feel like here is we're going through this transformation, we're going through the steps of the transformation, like numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, going through them like this. And it's either the message is flow with this transformation, which I feel like that's what it is when I was tuning in. Flow with this transformation, and anything that falls away, let it fall away. Don't hold on to it, don't grip onto it. People are leaving, situations are leaving. If you're moving, things are changing around you dramatically. This is not small. There are big changes around you. You know, people leaving their partners, people jumping into relationships, people getting married, people moving in all of a sudden, things like that. It is big changes, job opportunities, promotion, big money coming in, more abundance. There is a lot of change happening here. And I think also the message here is the emotions you're going through. I feel like this, I just want to say healing. You're healing through this transformation, and the emotions you're going through, let them happen. Don't hold on to them. Don't try and repress them. Experience these emotions. Don't let the emotions obviously control you, but you need to release certain negative energies that you've accumulated, that the transformation from the fire is trying to burn away. It's trying to make it go. That's why the fire is like, it's incinerating. It's making things come up. It's making things flare up into your life. And it's making these emotions flare up into your life. You're like, oh my God, I'm so angry. Oh my God, I'm so sad. Oh my God, you're going through a lot of really deep emotions that you didn't realize you had. And you may be scared of them. And you may be fearful of them. And quenching them down, you're like, no, I can't go that far. Let these emotions rise up, expand the energy out there, and then move on from it. So this is why, because when we've got the 5 of water here, it's things not turning out the way you hoped. And I think what I'm actually interpreting for this, because I've got the Queen of Air to help clarify this, and the Queen. The Queen, she's very objective, and she cuts away things with her sword that she no longer needs in her life. But as you can see with the globe here in her hand, it's just like she's got power, she's got stamina, she can handle things very well, and she doesn't let things, people, situations control her. She allows things to happen and manifest beautifully. And the reason why she can is because she doesn't let things hold her back. She doesn't listen to negative people. She cuts them away from her life. She's like, if you're going to be negative, you're going to bring me down. If you're going to bring my vibration down, where I cannot manifest what I want anymore, you're going out of my life. So I think that's really is a message here. In order for you to manifest what you want, which I think you are doing very well here, but you have some shadows around you that are in your heart right now. This is very heart chakra. I feel like this is really just to do with a major healing you go through. I don't know if it's due to a situation, an old one from the past, something recently that's come up, or because of all this transformation that's happening around you, it's bringing those things up. What I feel like here is it's almost forgiveness. You need to forgive something here. It's either yourself or someone around you, or a situation that happened to you, a job that didn't treat you well, a manager that didn't treat you well. There is something here, because in order to become this queen, you need to let these go. There is something right now that this transformation is bringing to life for you. It's almost like a tower moment kind of thing, I feel like, that you're gripping onto, you're holding onto, and you need to let it go. they are saying here, because I'm really not even reading these cards actually, I'm just channeling all of this. Let me go to the cards for a second. So what it is saying, you are coming into your own, you are creating partnerships and moving forward, and you really do have things to celebrate here, and you are having moments of contentment. But I feel like this is almost surface for some reason, and then with when I'm talking about the fire and the water, the emotion transformation, that is what's happening underneath all this. On the surface, you're succeeding, you're doing very well, but there is something underneath right now that's been trying to rise through, that you've been ignoring, that you need to deal with in order for this transformation to seep into your soul, if that kind of makes sense. You need to sit into it, but you can't because you're going surface right now. There is something underneath that you really need to deal with, and there are these steps to go through for this process. Meditation, going within and really focusing on your heart chakra and what story it is you're telling yourself. What is it that's happened to you that you need to deal with, that's coming up? Forgiving that in order to move forward, let it go, become the queen, so you can manifest your deepest desires. The reason why you're only manifesting surface stuff at the moment is because you've only gone surface with yourself. You've done a lot of clearing away, you've done a lot of clearing the cobwebs, but it's almost just like it's the easiest stuff to deal with. What this is asking you right now is to go deep. And what they're also asking you to do is, if you're willing to go this deep with yourself and healing from this hardship that you've gone through, this is how much you want your dream. This is almost like proving to them, you don't have to prove anything, but showing them how much you want this. We all have our own dreams. We want to manifest whatever it is for you, whatever it is you're trying to do. Going through this process and jumping from this tower, I almost feel like we should have the tower card here, and not letting the tower constrain you anymore, constrain your light, hide your light. This is going to show them, and almost yourself too, how much you've actually come to and how much you've actually grown and how brave you are for going through this. This isn't going to be easy to dive into this one. This one is very, very deep. This is one you haven't wanted to really look at, but this is one you have to go through in order to become the queen, in order to manifest your deepest desires. Wow. Okay, well, that was cool. Just know that this is a step-by-step process. I feel like that's why the 2, 3, 4, 5. Know that this is going to happen in steps. Know that this is at least over the next 3 months. It could be over longer, depending how fast or slow you want to go through this process. You can hit these hard and really go straight away deep into it. But if you're a person that wants to slowly dive into this and just go step by step by step by step, that is totally fine as well. It's however you want to go through this, because this is a healing. This is healing of a grief, something that's happened to you that it is connected to a story. I know this is connected to a story. You're telling yourself this has happened in the past, and it's a situation that's kept happening because you kept telling yourself the same story. When I say the same stories, for instance, I am not good enough. There was something that happened in your childhood where you were told you weren't good enough. There was a friend that said that to you, or a parent, or somebody that said that. And then you've kept having that same situation from a different person or job, whatever, that's reinforced that story for you. I'm not good enough. Something like that. It's like a theme around yourself that you've created, and you need to let that identity go in order to let this new one shine through. Well, I hope this reading has helped you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you if you subscribed and for supporting me along this journey. I really, really appreciate it. You can also follow me on Instagram at tani.langshaw. DM me there if you'd like a personal reading. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you next week.